What's going on, Fragrance family? It's your man Gator, better known as the Novice Nose out here in these fragrance streets. You know, a house that we talk about a lot on this channel is French Avenue, and for good reason. Man, they have been putting out a lot of bangers here for the last couple of years. Some of the best inspirations that have been on the market, giving us some of our most desired DNAs for a lower price point. Well, French Avenue's been collabing with a few people. One of note is Neeb over there at Aromatix, one of our fellow YouTubers here in the space, man. He has been cranking out a few fragrances that have been noteworthy, but the one that really caught my attention is the one we're going to talk about today. It's this one. This is French Avenue Aromatix Platine Privé. It has all of the makings, at least from the note breakdown, of being one of the summer's most fantastic hits. But does it actually hit? Well, I got to spend a little bit of time with this thing, and spoiler alert, you're gonna like what I have to say. So let's tune in and take it to the table, man. Go ahead, pull up, and stay tuned. So, again, the fragrance we're talking about today is the new one from French Avenue in collaboration with Aromatix. Shout out to Neeb over there at Aromatix, man. The new one is called Platine Blanc. Now, let me get you a little side of the bottle here. There we go. And it's got a little bit of a writing on the back there. Gaudy. It is definitely a gaudy little bottle here, man, of French Avenue embossed at the top here as well. Bit of a gaudy bottle. Kind of comes across as like a marble, like a faux marble bottle here. But I mean, it's unique. It's definitely unique. I full disclosure here, I was good with Royal Taboo. I thought it was okay. Carnal Desires, I thought it was okay. I never brought in a full bottle. But when I kind of saw the note breakdown on this one and saw what it was actually going for, man, I had to bring it in. Because it's the summer fragrance, number one. Number two, it was going after a couple of fragrances that I adore, right? So let me get to the note breakdown here for you. So top notes on this thing are lime, mint, lemon, and tonic water. The middle notes are blackcurrant, jasmine, and rosemary. And then the base notes are ambergris, sandalwood, musk, and oak moss. So just looking at that note breakdown, you probably already can kind of guess what it's gunning for here, or is inspired by, I should say. Now, it's two fragrances in particular that just pop out to mind, right? It's Torino 21 from Xerjoff. Beautiful, minty fragrance. I love that fragrance as a summertime gem. It really is. And then M. Michelef's Gin Tonic, which is fairly new to the game, but it definitely turned some heads, including mine, when it was introduced a couple of years ago. So that's some big shoes to fill when you're talking about a fragrance like this. Now let me get this on skin right quick, because in all actuality, atomizer's decent. You know, it's not, you know, over the moon or anything like that, but very decent atomizer here. And you notice I gave myself 2 sprays, and that's because this stuff is immaculate in the air. Now, I mentioned the 2 fragrances that it is taking inspiration from, and you get a nice amalgamation of those 2 right at the beginning. You get this leafy green mint that really is like, it's buttloads of it too, man. It is a very minty opening, which is close to my heart, in all honesty. But the thing that really kind of like drives this thing at the beginning of the fragrance, at the top when you first spray it on, is that tonic water, man. So you're getting an infusion of the lemon lime combo, which let me mention that too. that lime is very distinctive in here. So you have lemon in Torino 21. This one has that lime that really kind of pushes this thing into more of a tart, almost mojito style of fragrance. And to add on to that, you've got that tonic water in here that adds kind of like a soda style to this thing. It's got an effervescence to it. It really does give like a cool mojito, and it's a peppermint. It has to be, because it is really a very aromatic style of mint here. Not only is it aromatic, but I say peppermint because it also seems to have a little bit of a cooling nature. A lot of times when you have fragrances that have peppermint, they tend to have kind of a cooling facet to them. That peppermint kind of combined, and it could be other mints in here too. I definitely pick up peppermint though. But that mint combined with the tonic water in here, man, it really gives you a cooling sensation when you put it on skin. Now, going into like those dog days of summer, that is the perfect combination, man. It really does kind of give you a little bit of an energizing, invigorating pop. Now, I mentioned the mint accord in this thing, and it probably being like a peppermint in here. There is kind of I feel like they may have been using a couple of different styles of mint, because while people equate this to Torino 21 and they equate it to gin tonic, another fragrance that it has a little bit of a vibe to me of is Etat de l'Orange's You or Someone Like You. And it has that kind of like pasty clean mint note. And if you've ever smelt that fragrance, you kind of know where I'm going with that. It's kind of almost like a pasty clean mint that kind of goes underneath the other mint in here. And so you're getting all of those different facets that of mint that kind of create this mint accord that is just kind of drowned in tonic water and this lime note. So you're getting a beautifully citric, minty, effervescent style of fragrance from the jump with this one, and it kind of goes along that path throughout the life. Now, certain facets of this thing do calm down as it progresses here, but it's cool that you still get like citric pops every now and then, and minty pops every now and then, all the way into like 6 to 7 hours into the dry down on this one. Now, taking it back from hour 6, coming back to like that first hour and a half to 2 hours, man, you're getting a beautifully effervescent fragrance here, and then you start getting a good bit of muskiness that starts to kind of really enter the fray around that hour and a half to 2 hour mark on this thing. Now, it does kind of start out kind of slightly musky, and as some of the other, that limey facet more specifically, kind of calms down, you get to kind of really notice the muskiness of the fragrance a little bit more. Now, I talked about the life of the fragrance and all that kind of stuff. So I'm getting, as far as performance wise with this one, this is an awesome performer. Like, it really is here. I'm getting somewhere in the range of about 7 to 8 hours on skin, which is amazing for a freshie, man. It actually projects pretty loud for that first couple hours. You're getting probably about arm's length at least for that first couple of hours here after you spray it, and it's gonna be mostly that effervescent nature, that minty stuff, that minty nature that's gonna be really pushing out. So you're getting, everybody that's around you is gonna be getting that really mojito-ish style of vibe in the air for that first couple of hours there. And then, like I said, it starts to kind of come in and be a little bit more of a softer projector going after that third hour here, until right around that fourth, fifth hour, you're still kind of dealing with mostly a skin scent at that point here. But it's going to continue to keep you fresh. It's going to continue to have kind of a clean vibe to it. And the sillage is still going to be there. Like, I was still catching a little bit of the mintiness and the citric vibe and nature of the fragrance going into like the 5 and 6 hour, and I'm talking about was still catching it in the air, which means that sillage is definitely a monster and continues on even when you're not able to detect it well on the skin. That sillage is still kind of bubbling behind you, which is an amazing thing. Utility for this thing, man, this is a summer fragrance. This was made for the summer and made for the spring. I'm pretty sure you can get away with it in the fall, though. I mean, I don't know how it's going to cut in winter. I don't think it's going to be a winter style of fragrance, but who cares? This was made for the summer. This was made for a high humidity area, as a matter of fact. This is like I said, it gives you a cooling sensation. It performs amazing. It actually lasts all day. And I mean, I was surprised. I was definitely surprised when I got this fragrance. I didn't realize that it would be as good as it is, but it is really, really good. This is, dare I say, probably one of the better releases over the summer here this year. This is really, really good, and I'm looking forward. It makes me look forward to some of the newer releases that that collaboration with Aromatix and French Avenue are dropping. There's one in particular, Frostbite, that I'm super interested in. So, in any event, man, I like this one. I like this one a lot, more than I thought I would, man. This is good. So guys, if you couldn't tell by my review on this thing, I actually love this fragrance. This is probably one of my better pickups for the summer. It is made for that type of weather too. It is made for the high humidity. It's made for those dog days, those hot 95-degree on up days. It has a cooling factor to it. When you spray it on, you feel good, you feel confident, and you feel cool. This is perfect for the summer, man. And I hate to keep blowing that horn, but I really do believe that this was not only a surprising fragrance to me, but one of the more surprising summer releases for 2025, man, just based on how good it is. It had me excited to see what else is going to be coming out of that collaboration with Neeb and with French Avenue, man. I'm super excited. This is one that also has a great price point. So you'll be able to bring this in and it'll smell like you're dealing with a niche brand fragrance, but at a quarter of the price. And that's the beauty of dealing with houses like French Avenue. They'll put in their heart and soul into a particular product, but they won't take your heart and soul and your wallet for granted. So if you get a chance, man, put your nose on it. I think you'll like it. That's all I got for you today. Have you put your nose on it while I'm talking about it? Let me know in the comments. And as always, guys, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with somebody you know that loves fragrances, guys. Until next time, whatever you're doing, however you're doing it, make sure you make today the best day ever on purpose. And you can start by spraying a little bit of this on the collar. Needed that little invigoration. Peace out, guys.